All right, well, this week's episode is about the game model, how we plan on approaching the market. As we have right now, Kickstarter is live. We're at 100% success. We hopefully are way further along from the recording of this. I think, to us, we have gone back and forth about this a lot. We've been developing this idea for about a year. And originally we were going to do X, Y, and Z. But we finally figured out, Mac, like, what is it the end user wants? How can we give it to them at an affordable rate? And we just wanted to have a little episode about that. So Mac, do you want to go ahead and we'll first talk about the versions?
Yeah, so, the idea behind the game is fun, entertaining, farming, something that, a child just starts playing and just starts exploring. And then as they explore, we find opportunities to engage and educate when it comes to topics that deal with money. So what I love about this episode, Brian, is that I get to sit in the back seat and listen to you, because you, my friend, are the person that has really responsible for putting this whole game structure together. And I think the folks out here should know how it came to be.
Yeah, so I think, the base game is this free version. And I think it's about farming. You go to the town. We need a way, we do not want to have advertising. So our free version of this game, I think it is important we have a free version. I think if a child cannot afford it, they should be able to go and play the game for free. We have been going back and forth on that subject, Mac, for so long. We do not want advertisement. We want to be COPPA compliant. We just don't want to bark up that tree. The money we need money to keep the lights on, but that's not our end goal here. And as we've talked about in other episodes, we're looking to give this away for free. So there will be a free version of this game. For the most part, it'll be mostly like quest 1 through 3, something like that. We haven't figured out exactly the numbers yet at this time, but the idea would be someone can learn the very basic level of financial literacy. You won't get the reporting, but you will be able to learn. That way, we're kind of helping anyone entry level in there. The second aspect of this, obviously, is getting that reporting and a higher level education, financial education. And I think, so we'll call it like reporting in the expansions. That will cost, as a base level, $19.99. If you join the Kickstarter right now, though, it's only $14.99. And I think we will extend past the end date of the Kickstarter for a little while, that you can still pick up copies later on if you miss out. But, for $19.99, that's just a one-time cost. We're not doing a subscription. So most of these education models are $19.99 a month per kid every single month. We just, we want to make sure we're affordable, and we want to be affordable to everybody. And so that means we need to be at a lower price point. That price point, I think, is going to help us. We will also have other pieces of revenue, other packs, other more expanded upon sessions and seasons and outfits and stuff like that. As we
that'll be optional.
This,
you won't need that to play the game and get the full community effect.
No. So I think, for $19.99, it's a great deal to get a base financial literacy education and the reporting and tracking tools that every parent and teacher is going to want. The enterprise as well, I think the enterprise, for the most part, should be free to any user. If a company buys into it, I think they'll figure out how does the cost work. But when you log into the free version, so you download the free version of the game, this is how it'll look. And you'll have the option of playing the free version, buying the $19.99 unlocks everything up front, or entering a code. And the code will be your enterprise version. So if you're a Kickstarter user, you will get a code. And so as you join it, you will get the unlocked version, and it'll most likely have a few messages because you're an awesome Kickstarter backer, and stuff like that. That is going to be, free, because why would you not? If you have a bank account and the person's backing you, or if there's a financial institution and they want to give you a copy of it, I think that is the best way for people to get this. Obviously, you know, if you're a parent and you want it, you know, go ahead and buy it. I think it's a great opportunity. It's still at a cheap price. You would still want to buy it. So, is there anything else that I'm missing, Mac, that I feel like?
I think what we're really trying to do here, Ryan, is we're trying to make this resource available to as many people as possible through as many channels as possible, right? So if it's a thing where you're just looking to have fun with this game and, you know, get some initial exposure, experience to financial literacy, but still really have fun because it's a game, you're going to have that option. If you're an institution that wants to do more and help to provide it to parts of our community, we'll do that as well.
Yeah, and I think I should say this is going to launch for iOS and Android. I think it'll be best played on the tablets. You know, the bigger tablets will be a lot more fun to play on. You know, eventually we'll look into maybe going to bigger gaming devices, maybe going to the Nintendo Switch or PlayStation or something like that. For right now, baby steps, which iOS and Android isn't a baby step, but it's still a big step.
And then PCs at some point too, Ryan. We've thought about that as well. Or
what'd you say?
A PC, personal computer.
PC. Yeah, I mean we can. I think it just depends on what. In my mind, it's like, what do schools have? But we could. I don't think that won't be a heavy lift at all. So we'll see what the market wants. If people are asking for it, I think we'll lean towards those devices first. We do know that since schools are doing iPad, Android devices, it's better to focus on that right now. So yeah. Well, that wraps up this week's episode. The next week, I think it's the final episode of this series. We will be talking about who should be teaching financial literacy. I think it's a good heated subject, not really heated, but maybe we'll have some heat in it. But yeah, catch us next time. Yep.
The journey continues.